Rotaract past president Chamodya, Rotaract Kasun, and Rotaract past president Saajid, and myself, I'm Thejani, Rotaract IPP Thejani. So this is the team. If you all have any questions throughout your year regarding anything, you all can contact us directly or through email. Next slide, Kavinda. Okay. So what is international service? So like I said earlier, it is doing services beyond our district. So it's basically fostering international relationships, promoting cultural understanding, and we serve other communities beyond our district 322O. And we do a diverse range of projects and activities. And the aim of this avenue is to provide unique and impactful experiences for all the Rotaractors and help them to enhance their skills, promote fellowship, and to contribute to the Rotary missions of advancing goodwill and peace. So the vision would be, as mentioned here, promote global understanding and change, engage in international service projects, fostering peace and connection, drive personal growth, leadership, and tackle global challenges together. And the mission would be, our vision would be the international service team aims to foster global relationships, cultural understanding, and community impact by providing meaningful experiences, skill development, and promote fellowship among Rotaractors, advancing goodwill and peace. So basic idea, even though there are a lot of vision, mission statements repeating the same thing, you might think it's actually doing a service beyond our district. So basically, IS is that. Next slide. Okay. So the key focus areas would be connect. Connect means reach out and bridge connections with Rotary foreign communities outside Rotaract RID 322O. And then inspire. Inspire activities and projects that will maintain, strengthen the relationship and create impact across borders. Third one would be educate. Build mutual understanding and promote cultural sensitivity among the foreign communities. And also the last one would be support. Lend a helping hand with sustainable initiatives that will collectively benefit all the parties involved and will contribute towards the promotion of goodwill among communities. Next slide. Yes. So this is the main important slide deck in this whole training, citations. The covering citation is a must. It's a must. I think it's your duty as a director to cover the citations in your respective avenue. So there's a mandatory citation to complete 3 projects under this avenue, and one of that should be focusing on international service. So within the few slides, you will understand why we have specifically mentioned international service element should be covered from at least one project. So because there's IU, international understanding, and international service. So the 3 projects can be 1 IS project, 2 IU projects, or 2 IS projects, 1 IU project, or 3 IS projects. Because doing IS project, it is a bit of a challenge, but doing IU project is very easy, and we will tell you what is IU and IS in the next few slides. So you have to complete this citation by 31st of May 2024. And then as optional citation, you have established or maintain a Twin Club agreement. So what is a Twin Club agreement? That will also be covered in this training. Next slide. And so I would like to invite Rotaractor Kasun to take over the training. Thank you.
Thank you, Rotaractor Thejani. First of all, am I audible? Can someone confirm?
Yes, Kasun, you're audible.
Super, super. All right. So we are here to address one of the most common questions in under the IS avenue in Rotaract in general. What is IS? Or what's the difference between an IS project and an IU project? So as you may already know, the name of the avenue is International Service. But under that, there are there can be two types of projects. One is International Service itself, IS, and the other one is International Understanding, or IU. We'll start with IU. Can we move on to the next slide? So IU, International Understanding, or IU, basically, is something. It's a project where you create awareness, you provide understanding on cultures, on your country. For example, if you do a, let's say, for example, if you do a slideshow to a foreign Rotary club about, okay, this is Sri Lanka, this is our culture, these are the type of food we have, and so on. So that would basically be an IU project, because you're providing knowledge, providing understanding about our country and our culture to someone outside. So it's pretty straightforward. Providing mutual understanding, cultural awareness, and maintaining peaceful relations. So moving on to the more important question, what on earth is IS? What is an IS project? So the simplest way I can put it, as the name suggests, it's a service project, but you do it to a community from a different country or a region. So the beneficiaries of this project are not Sri Lankans, but people from another country or a region. And so that is basically what IS is. That's the main thing about IS. So when you plan on a project, the first question, the main question you should be asking is this going to benefit a community or group of people from a different country or a region, right? That's the main question. Shall we move on to the next slide? So there are several elements that can be in an IS project. First of all, it's a joint initiative. I mean, you can do it alone, like you can directly serve a community from a different country or a region, but we recommend you partnering up with a Rotary club from that particular country, because first of all, they would know better about their community, right? And also the other thing is that it's an opportunity for you to partner up with another Rotaract club, staying true to the Rotaract spirit. And who knows, it could even lead up to a twin club agreement and a host of other benefits. So we recommend making it a joint initiative with another club or a few clubs from different country or different district. And it can be projects that are done in another country. It could be like one of your club members are currently traveling to another country, and through that person, you can initiate a project, or you can go to that country just for the purpose of initiating that project. So yes. And also hosting foreign Rotaractors. When they come down to Sri Lanka, you can host them, and also you can start off with a letter exchange. And I know, like there can be a lot of letter exchanges, but I remember, like you can do 100 letter exchanges, but what's important is that making that letter exchange a stepping stone to a more permanent partnership with a foreign club. Also, the NIS project can be in the form of a donation to a foreign club or a community. It could be a monetary donation or any other kind of a donation. So yes. Shall we move on to the next slide? So to give you a basic example of what an IU project can be, or what an IS project can be, the first example, IU project, you can conduct a basic language exchange workshop. Like you can do a workshop where you teach either Sinhala or Tamil to a French club, to members of a French club, and they can also conduct a French workshop to us. So that's basically you creating understanding, awareness on language. So that's a basic IU project. An IS project, like I mentioned earlier, a contribution that directly benefits a community from another country. To give you a practical example, for example, last year there was this incident where there was this between Russia and Ukraine, right? So there were a lot of Ukrainians who were unable to go back to their country. There were Ukrainians in Sri Lanka as well. So, like for example, some of our clubs joined with some of their swim clubs in neighboring countries to Ukraine, and we provided we donated monetary and also other kind of donations to benefit the Ukrainians who are stranded in those countries. So in that case, the beneficiaries are the Ukrainians, people from another country. So that's one of an example for an IS project. So I hope that's clear, and also you're more than welcome to reach out to us. You can we will have a Q&A session after this presentation. You can ask your questions then, and also you can directly reach out to us. We are more than happy to answer your question. So yeah, moving on. Now, approaching foreign clubs. Like this is international service. So basically you have to work with clubs from other countries, right? So from our experience, from what we have seen, we can categorize foreign clubs into two categories. These are not like official categorizations, but like based on our experience and observations. So one category, it's the South Asian clubs. If you don't know, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and also there are 3 other countries: Bhutan, Maldives, and Afghanistan. Those are the South Asian countries. But I mean, in terms of Rotaract, these are the 4 countries apart from us: India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh and Nepal. They are the countries that have an active Rotaract scene. So when it comes to South Asian Rotaractors, it's relatively easy to work with them, because they already have a basic understanding about us, how our Rotaract work, and they have we are quite popular there as well, because we take part in international conferences as well, South Asian conferences like Rotasia. You will get to hear about it in a bit. So through that, they already know about us, and they are pretty much ready to work with us. And it's easy to approach them. We can approach them through social media, and to be honest, like they will reach out to us. Yeah, so it's pretty much easy to work with them. And the other Rotary clubs, like clubs from outside of South Asia, in other parts of Asia and other continents like Europe, Africa, or in the Americas. So basically, they don't have a somewhat decent idea about our Rotaract or how Rotaract work in our district. So it would be relatively a bit difficult to approach them and get all of them. But as the district IS director, we would also like to encourage you to try and approach Rotaractors outside of South Asia as well, because most of the international projects that have been done throughout the years with South Asian clubs. So even when it comes to Twin Club agreement, we would like to encourage you to do at least join with at least one club from outside of South Asia. You know, we might even have a special recognition for that. So yeah, one of the barriers when it comes to partnering up with this kind of a club would be the language barrier and also time differences. So if you can work around that, that'll be really good. You know, that you'll be helping our district to get more recognition from you know, Rotaractors outside of South Asia, because there's a big world out there. Like you know, even in terms of Rotaract, it's a big world out there, and also don't be afraid to reach out. Don't spam them, but don't be afraid to reach out. And we'll be having a document called the International Rotaract Directory, in which there'll be contact details of presidents of different Rotaract clubs from different countries. We haven't received it yet. We'll be sharing it with you as soon as we get hold of that document. You can either use that, or you can also simply reach out to them via social media. You can reach out to their social media pages, and yeah. Shall we move on to the next slide? All right. So when it comes to approaching foreign clubs, these are a few things that you need to keep in mind. First of all, do some research and see what, like, check their social media, see whether they have been active, and see whether, you know, this club is suitable for us. Like I said, when it comes to reaching out clubs outside of South Asia, there could be language barriers. So keep that in mind as well. And also verify club's current activity status, and also follow up. All right, they might not respond on the first go, but be polite about it and do a follow up, but don't spam. I mean, think about it, like, even you wouldn't like if someone keeps reaching out to you to do a project. So keep that in mind, follow up. If they don't respond, or if they are not interested, don't be disheartened, because there's a lot of other Rotaract clubs, a lot of other Rotaractors out there. Like I said, it's a big world out there. So don't be disheartened. Reach out to more clubs. And if you are having trouble with reaching out or finding a club, do not hesitate to let us know as well. We'll do our best to help you out. Be prepared to answer any question, like about the Twin Club agreements. Like I said, you know, the South Asian Rotaractors might be aware of how things work here. They might know what a Twin Club agreement is, but clubs outside of South Asia, they might not be, like, they are not aware of it, or they are not interested. So you need to emphasize, be prepared if they are asking questions, whatever your joint project or Twin Club agreement, you need to be able to explain it, and also emphasize the benefits they have by partnering up with your club. And also, like I said earlier, be as friendly as possible, because this is a voluntary thing, and you know, it's always good to have a good relationship. And also, you're basically not just representing your club, you're representing your district and the country as well. So be friendly and polite as possible. And also, do not misuse the personal contacts. Like I said, we'll be receiving the directory, and we'll be sharing it with you. Do not spam it. Do not spam any contacts, because that's not a good thing. I mean, no one would like that. If you are approaching for a joint project, you know, make it about that project, and after that, like, whatever other projects you have, like other projects that you do in Sri Lanka, like, they might not have anything to do with that. So, like, don't, like, broadcast those messages to them that won't do good. And again, avoid sending spam messages, and also try to work with them for at least maximum of 2 projects. Let's say a joint project, and work with them for the twin club agreement. That would enhance your the understanding, the partnership you have, and that would help to build something that sustains for a long period, rather than just doing one project and done and dusted. Rather than that, try to enhance that relationship, and continue that for the coming years. So try to do a maximum at least 2 projects. Right. So moving on to the next slide. Okay. For this one, I would like to invite Dr. Chamodya to take it from here.
Thank you, Kasun. So, hope am I audible and visible?
Loud and clear.
Thanks, bro. So first of all, congratulations for all of international service directors who have selected for the RI 2023-24 year. So when it comes for the letterhead exchange, I hope that this is, as my personal experience, this will be the easiest task that we can do. So our Rotaract is started now. So I hope that some Rotaract clubs, they have received some messages from other districts to do a letterhead exchange. So let's do like this. The letterhead exchange involves exchange letterheads between 2 clubs from different Rotary international districts. This exchange serves as symbolic establish a friendship or a bond between 2 clubs. So guys, when you are doing your letterhead exchange, please make sure that you should need to add official letterhead of your club, as well as definitely you guys should need to report it in RMIS, which calls Rotaract Management Information System, in month reports under the contribution section. And keep it in your mind, letterhead exchange is not considered as an international service project or international understanding project. So I hope you guys get my idea. Again, I repeat it. Letterhead exchange is not considered as international service or international understanding project. So let's go for the next slide, please. So when it comes for the twin club agreement, so I hope that lots of clubs, they have done the twin club agreement in previous years as well. So when it comes for twin club agreement, there are 2 twin club agreements. One is existing twin club agreement, the other one is a new twin club agreement or new initiative. I can mention it like that. So when it comes for the existing twin club agreement, you guys will get our protocols, as well as there is a link, which is Google form. We will share it through our IES pack after the session. So when it comes for the Google form, you guys should need to fill it first of all, and then you should guys need to complete your mandatory criteria. Again, I'll mention it. This is for the existing twin club agreement. That means the Rotaract clubs who are willing to continue your twin club during next years as well as coming up years. So, and you guys definitely should need to complete the mandatory criteria. The one is minimum 1 joint general meeting, as well as 1 joint projects and 1 joint bulletin. And you guys should need to report it as a twin club agreement. When it goes for the new twin club agreement, so you guys definitely should need to find a club from other district. Definitely keep it in your mind that if you guys finding a club, it should be a good standing club. So you guys can search it from the Instagram pages and Facebook. If not, you guys can stalk in blogs, and you guys can take a basic knowledge of that club. And then definitely you guys again should need to be focused on time zone. Please make sure that if the time zone is a huge gap between Sri Lanka and other country, it will be really hard for you all to communicate with them, because you guys should need to keep a general meeting. You guys should need to do a project, as well as the communication should must in that. And the next one is language barriers. Definitely, please make sure that if you are finding a club with a good standing, please check it with the languages, because some clubs, they don't know about our basic, if not our common English, common language English. So because of that, you guys please make sure one is time zone, and next one is it should be the good standing club, and the next one is the language. Then it will be easy to you all. And when the twin club agreement, when you guys deciding to do a twin club agreement, please make sure to create a one goal and work for it. Plus, talk it to your president, secretaries, as well as your past international service directors, and then create a good twin club agreement. We will, again, I will mention that we will share you all our IS pack. Under that, you have every protocols, as well as how you guys should need to continue twin club agreement for the next year as well. And when it comes to twin club agreement, again, the main point is, we would like to mention you guys that it will be much better if you guys continuing your twin club agreement, which is done by previous years, because I hope that we will select the longest twin club agreement, and I hope that it will be much better for your club as well as your brand name as well. So next slide, please. So I hope that Thejani talk about you all that about what is IS and what is IU. So there is a success stories behind this IS Avenue. So the first one is Rality, the initiative from the Rotaract Club of University of Colombo Faculty of Science. This project has, they have gained a award for this in previous years. So this project is an international service project executed with the vision of promoting our rich Sri Lankan culture on international level while enhancing international relations, as well as building a positive image of Sri Lanka and making sustainable impact on Sri Lankan tourism, and empowering the inspired children through education. So with the support of International Youth Alliance for Peace, in Sri Lanka, 25 copies of each books with the total of 150 books were decided to be distributed to 3 deserving and diverse communities. So this project was really amazing, as well as they got a award for this, and we hope that this is a best project for the IS section. So again, next slide, please. So when it goes for the second project, it is United We Stand. It is an initiative of alumni of University of Moratuwa. So this belongs to the international service as well as international understanding, because they have done some projects a lot. So what is United We Stand? United We Stand is an international service initiative that was established on 2018-2019 Rotaract year with the aim look out for new fellowship opportunities with global Rotaract clubs. With this project, the Rotaract clubs of alumni of University of Moratuwa has acquired many bonds which are still maintained to this day. The goal of the project is achieved by branching out and organizing various projects over the years. The project United We Stand was brought back to the stage of the year 2021-22 with a series of projects organized with the collaboration of many international Rotaract clubs. So the project comprised of 6 sub-projects namely. So you guys can see that. And please, for the next slide, please. So this is an initiative from Rotaract Club of Vattala. It is the Thriving Night. In fulfilling this goal of equal education for all, Rotaract Club of Vattala together with Rotaract Club of Hettige, it's really hard to say. It is from RI 4110, and it is a Mexico club, and the Interact Clubs of St. Bridget Convent of Rotaract International District 3220. So initiated by this project is a virtual platform project which is teaching English, math, science, art, music, and physical education via Zoom and WhatsApp. So you guys can see that it is an international service project as well. So this project was done by previous years, and it is really massive projects, and they have won awards for this as well. Because of that, our team, we have selected these 3 projects for you guys to give the basic example as basic knowledge, what is international service and what is international understanding. So I hope that throughout this session, you guys get the basic idea of what is international service and what is international understanding. Because I know that as a personal experience, lots of Rotaractors, they are messed up with what do you mean by international service and what do you mean by international understanding. Because lots of Rotaractors, they are submitting their reports, international understanding reports as international service reports. Then at the end, they will regulate. It is really hard to find what is IS and what is IU. So I hope throughout this session, you guys get a basic idea. So next slide, please. So district initiative. So I would like to invite our Miss Rotaract Thejani to talk about what is Rotaract as well as what is Rotaract trips.
Thank you, Chamodya. Okay, so now we have come to the section where we have the district initiatives. So district initiatives, when we are going to, you will think whether we organize all the Rotaract and Sarit Summit. No. So why we have put it under district initiative is the project Rotaract trips will be a 3220 district initiative. So Rotaract trips, what we are aiming is to promote international conferences, projects, whatever you can travel, you can go and be engaged with another club. We will state it under Rotaract trips, and we will circulate those conferences and project details, so that if anyone from our district would like to attend, we would be glad to help them. We would be helping them in the tour and everything. The IS team will help them. So the main, there are two main conferences that our district attends. So we'll be talking about it in this training, but there's more to come, and the IS team will share about those conferences. We won't just stick to these two conferences this year. We are trying to get Rotaractors to go for other conferences as well, not with just within the South Asian, but Europe conferences as well. So now tell me, so we'll make it a bit interactive. Yeah, 2024. You can raise your hand if you have received. I want all the hands to be raised. So are these directors actually listening to the session? Okay, I can see people responding. Okay, raise. I want all the hands to go up if they have received. Okay, good. So we can say, so if you haven't received the mail, you can drop a message on the group saying that you haven't. So now we can see who is sleeping during this training and who is actually listening. Okay, good. So meanwhile, while you are responding to my question, I want every one of y'all to mark the attendance as well. Okay, good. So most of y'all have received the Rotaract email. Now y'all can put your, y'all can disable your raise hand option. Otherwise, during the next Q&A session, we would be asking whether you all have any questions. So Rotaract 2024, it's happening in February 29th. So is there anyone who's going to participate if already registered or hoping to come? Because we have already, okay. Kavinda and Sasitha, Kasun, okay. The IS team is going, definitely going. So any IS directors who are planning on going for Rotaract? Nice. Okay, awesome. So we have 3 IS directors, 3, 4, 5 IS directors participating in Rotaract 24. Good turnout. Hope you all have already registered for Rotaract, because we are closing registration on 25th of July. And if there's going to be another late bird registration. There will be few changes for the options that we are giving. So register before 25th. We need to finalize everything. So Rotaract 2024, I'll just go through what is Rotaract. So it's actually, Rotaract is an international gathering of Rotaractors within the region to exchange information, enhance fellowship, and build network. And also it's a chance for you to physically meet Rotaractors from, so mainly for Rotaract, Nepal, Bangladesh, India, and Sri Lanka will be participating. So it's a great opportunity for you all to initiate your project ideas. So last year I went to Rotaract, Bangladesh, and I actually managed to get clubs to get join in my club project. So it's actually a place where you can pitch your projects and get them to join, because it's more effective than emailing and waiting for them to respond. So it's happening from February 29th to 3rd March. The Rotaract conference is happening from February 29th to 3rd March. And our district will be going on a post tour after Rotaract, because we feel just traveling for a conference wouldn't be enough, since we are already spending on the airline ticket. Why don't we go for a tour and then come back? So from 4th March to 9th March, we'll be going on the post tour. So these are the places that we'll be visiting in the Rotaract tour. So Bangalore is where Rotaract is happening. So we'll be going out and seeing tourist attractions there as well. Then Mysore. So the post tour covers Mysore, Ooty, Coimbatore, Kochi, and yes. So and Munnar. So these places you all can go. We will be taking you all for tourist attractions, places, and then also the main thing for girls, shopping. So it's very interesting, and the food and everything. So Rotaract, I would say it's fun. It's fun. So promote it within your club. So registration is open till 25th, few more days only. But tell your members to get registered themselves. So we have opened up installment plans as well. We have sent it through the email because we feel like paying at once would be hard. So we have introduced installments. So Rotaract, register, get your members to come. And this year we are planning on going with a big batch, because last it was just 6 people. Next, move on to the next slide. Yes, so you can see some pictures from past. Okay, we have a Rotaract. Tanushka has told that they haven't received the mail. We will note it down and we will get back to ICAPT. Okay, so we'll see how the communication has not been passed. I haven't received. Kasun, would you be able to note down the clubs that haven't received the Rotaract mail? They are
Yes.
dropping messages on the chat, so we can quickly
You
send
could
them the
mention what your club is.
Yes, please mention your club. So I think you can reach out to your president, because we have shared it to all the presidents.
Yes.
So they might have not shared your. Yes, there are few clubs that haven't received Rotaract mail. Good that we had this training with the IS directors today. So hopefully we can get them to come for the within few days. They can register. If we are opening late bird registration, the members can join. So these are few pictures from last year Rotaract conferences. So yes, as you can see, I became the Miss Rotaract. And it's a very fun experience. So this time also, next in the Bangalore 24 edition also, we are planning on having both Mr. Rotaract and Miss Rotaract from our district. So I want you all to come, get involved in all the talent shows and the paper writing, Q&A sessions and everything. And yes, win this title for our district. So enough about Rhodesia. I would go on talking about it. Shall we go to the, okay. So under Rotaract, the other summit that the 3220 district is attending is SERIC Summit. So SERIC Summit, SERIC means Southeast Asia Rotaract Information Center. So the summit is happening in September. So that is, yes, 8th, 9th and 10th of September, the SERIC Summit is happening. And it's happening in Bodh Gaya. So we'll be doing a pre-tour and a post-tour. So pre-tour will be in Kolkata and the post-tour will be in Nepal. So, and it's a good deal as well. Already the registrations are closed, but next year, you all can promote SERIC Summit as well within your club, because Nepal clubs are planning to host us. So the cost is actually low. So you won't be able to visit Nepal and have a good time if you're going personally. So I encourage you all to go to Rotaract, because there are Rotaract clubs who are willing to host you. You won't be able to, they won't let you spend. They will cover your cost everything, expenses, everything. So go through Rotaract, attend these. If you like traveling and all, try to attend these conferences. It's a good chance to. It's a good way to start. So promote this to your clubs. SERIC Summit is happening, and I think 8 people from our district is participating this year. And then we have the main IS project from our district. It is Lanka Trail. So we have only kept a small bit of it, even though it's the main IS project. So this project was up for bidding, and we required 10 clubs, but we already have only 8 clubs. So if any of the clubs are willing to participate in Lanka Trails, we have 2 more slots available. Y'all can join. You all can talk to your presidents and get involved with the project. So the clubs that are in Lanka Trails is Rotaract Club of Alumni of the University of Moratuwa, Rotaract Club of Colombo Central, Rotaract Club of Colombo East, Rotaract Club of Colombo Mid City, Rotaract Club of Excellence, Rotaract Club of Jaffna Midtown, Rotaract Club of Nallur Heritage, and Rotaract Club of Singer Sri Lanka. So those 8 clubs are hosting Lanka Trails. Is going to be the biggest project of District 3220. Just like we are traveling to other conferences. Kasun, am I audible? Because my internet is unstable.
You are.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So we are planning to bring down Rotaractors from other countries. Mainly, we are trying to get Europeans as well to. And we are planning on doing a tour for them, including service projects. That involves promoting tourism as well. So this might cover one of your IU projects. So if you all are planning on completing your citations, you all can talk to us and get involved with Lanka Trails as a host club. So, one citation done and dusted along with the help of the district IS team. So we need 2 more clubs. I hope that you all will join with us. So those are the projects for now from the district initiatives. There will be more to come. We will keep you all in loop. Next slide. Okay, over to you, Kasun. So make sure that you register for Rhodesia.
Thank you, Teji. So yeah, one more thing about Rhodesia, actually. Yes, and Teji won this Rhodesia title. It's a proud moment for our district. And also another thing is that one of our joint IS directors, Rotaract Vice President Saajid, who unfortunately couldn't make it to this meeting because he's in India at the moment. And he's taking part in another conference, Rotaract India, like the meeting the conference for all the Rotaractors in India, and Saajid, and also IPDRR Ahmed. Both of them are there in India, taking part in that, representing our district, our country. So that's one of the things about IS. Like you get to represent not just your club, the district, and also the country. So yeah, that's one of the things. So moving on to exchange programs. So basically, there are two types of exchange programs. One is the Inter-District Youth Exchange Program, or in short, IDYEP. So this is basically coordinated by the district, that's us. We will be contacting foreign Rotaractors who are planning to come to Sri Lanka. We'll be coordinating everything, and when things are planned, we will be requesting clubs to step up to be the hosts, and we will be communicating the details to you. And also the other type of exchange program is the ICYEP, the Club Youth Exchange Program. In that, it's a club instead of us. It's a club that will be coordinating. So you have the freedom to decide whom you contact, whom you're going to invite, and what type of projects you're going to do. So you have the complete freedom on that. So that comes back to what we discussed earlier, reaching out to foreign clubs. So when you do, you can invite them to Sri Lanka, and also you can initiate joint projects, and also make that an opportunity to even complete your twin club agreements. So that's those are the two exchange programs. Yes, moving on. Shall we go to the next slide? Right, general guidelines. I would like to hand this over to Rotaract Joint IS Director Chamodya. Over to you.
Hi guys. So first, again, I just need to tell you guys that in chat I have seen lots of our ISD directors they have mentioned that they haven't received still the rotation email. So again, I should need to mention that we have shared it through president and secretaries. If there are secretaries or president in this session, please make sure to share it with your ISDs as well as your general members as well. So when it goes for the general guidelines, there are like lots of points. Yeah, I will just read it out. Beginning by exploring potential project ideas within your club, considering how Rotaract can give back to its members while serving an international community, and ensure that you clearly define the project's purpose and decide on its scope, categorizing it under either international service, if not international understanding. And to guarantee lasting impact and continuity, it's essential to create a well-rounded plan that emphasizes sustainability through a combination of activities. And before collaborating with a foreign club on the project, take the time to understand their needs and goals and to foster a long-lasting and meaningful partnership. So guys, again, should need to mention that if you guys are doing an IS project, please make sure to understand their needs and their goals, as well as what are the goals you guys should need to know, and what are the goals that you guys have planned from your end as well. During the planning phase of a club IS initiative, IS directors should seek guidance from the district IS directors to ensure all mandatory elements of an IS initiative are incorporated. Furthermore, IS directors are encouraged to involve district IS directors in any international service projects led by the club. Stay as well as and yeah, you should need to mention, we would like to create a WhatsApp group with all the international service directors of our district 3220. So we will share you the message to presidents and secretaries in our official WhatsApp group. please make sure to send that link to your IES directors, and even president or secretary, they also can join for that group, and we will share our updates, as well as if you guys have any concerns, please make sure to contact us, reach us. So again, moving on, clubs will receive quarterly updates on their progress towards meeting the citation requirement under the International Service Avenue. These are the guidelines will be guide throughout this year. And again, I hope that you guys are really interesting about international service, as well as please, I hope that from this session, you guys have received a good basic knowledge what is IS and what is IU. And again, if they are in this session, if there are a president or secretary, please make sure to share all the emails which are shared by from our end in International Service email. Please make sure to share it through your IS directors as well as your club members. I know that sometimes you guys will think that it is not really urgent for you all because you guys won't focus on it, but it's fine. Please share it. Even one member will be interested to go Rhodesia, to go CERIC Summit, or if not, yeah, for other international service projects. Again, I would like to mention that please share all the emails to your international service directors as well as your general members. So next slide, please. And now it is for you all, questions and answers. If there are any questions, you guys can reach us now. Oh my God, I think we don't have any questions.
Hi, I have a small question. International service projects, when you're reaching out to another community in another club, is it a must that the club should be like a Rotaract club, or could we go with another organization that would target our community?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yes. So when you're doing an international service project, and so when you're reaching out to another community in another club in another country, is it a must for the joining club to be a Rotaract club, or can we go with another organization that will target our community that we are going for?
That should be fine, but like, let's say if you're going for a twin club agreement, I mean, obviously you'll have to partner up with a Rotaract club. But like if you're going for an IS project, like you mentioned, the main goal is that it benefits a foreign community. So, but it would add more value to partner up with a club from that country or region, and it will definitely make your work easy as well. So to answer your question, it doesn't have to be, but we would like to recommend that you partner up with a foreign Rotaract club.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so as you said, when we are doing a project, we should focus mainly on serving their community, right? So actually, we were planning to have a cleanup session with another club on the World Cleanup Day. So will that be considered as an IS project? Like if both of us on that specific day do the cleanup project, like we do it in our country, in Sri Lanka, and they do that in their respective country, will it be considered as an IS project?
That's a good question. Actually, on paper, no, because when you do the cleanup here, you will be serving Sri Lanka, like our community. But since like you mentioned, like you're partnering up with other foreign club and you're doing it on the same day. Where was I? To celebrate that particular date. Yeah, we can actually get back to you on that, but on paper, no, it won't be counted as an IS project. But let me get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Isli, you have raised your hand. Do you have any question? Oh.
Rajitan have mentioned that like how can it be shared? So what do you mean by sharing? I mean the email address or what? Rajitaran, can I know how you will be sharing it? What is it about? Is it about email or?
I think it's the recording. I think that. Yeah.
So the recordings of all the ADTS will be shared after everything is done. We will be sharing with everyone. So don't worry, we will be sharing with all of.
Excuse me. Am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead, Tushin.
Yeah, so if we are to conduct a lecture like on anything as a like awareness program or to give knowledge to about anything, not like about a specific thing, whatever the lecture that would be conducted, is that considered as international service or understanding? Or is it not? Does it not fall under the category? Like it's to give awareness of example for the World Sight Day. We were planning of doing a project for color blindness, something related to that. So is that not considered?
It is IS, but it should need to have an impact. So you guys can report it as IS, but it should be have an impact. Am I audible?
Yeah, impact as in.
So
Yes, so I'll take some of the. So basically, if you're doing a session like basically you need to have a kind of a requirement for that. It's not just a session. So in that case, if you focus any community or something else in another foreign community, so basically you have to focus the foreign community, not the local ones. So first check whether they have any requirements with related to any maybe any problem or anything else. So focus on that mainly, so it will be command ISD.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, am I audible? I have a question. If we were to do a project in regards to support refugees in our country from a different country, is that considered as an IS project?
Please repeat it again. There is a small lag.
So if we were to do a project to support support certain refugees from another country within our country, so is that considered as an international service project?
Yes, you can.
You can, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when it goes for Atukora. So if a Rotaract club from another district donates money to help us with a project we are doing here, would that be considered as IES project? So guys, you guys can report it as IES, but please make sure that without getting the money, take them. You guys can take help from a different way. It would be much better. It is a suggestion from our end.
Excuse me, a question.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, so having another country's club having to support us, would that be considered an international service?
So
Like, for
basically,
example, as we are trying to help their country, gaining some support from them for our country's purposes.
technically, it goes like this. If you are doing international service, we have to do the service to another country beyond our, like another community should be gaining a service beyond our district C220. I think Sashi can add few more for this as well, Sashi and Kavinda as well.
Yeah, Teji. So guys, to be an IS initiative, first thing is you have that service element have to be for a foreign community, right? So if we are gaining some, let's say, some donations from a foreign community to our country for the sake of our benefit, okay, for them it will be an IS initiative, but for you guys it won't be. I mean, for us it won't be, right? Because the service element is done by a foreign country to us, right?
I think Sashi, so adding to that, so you all will have to talk with them and do something to their community in return so that you can report it as a IES project. So I think that's in that way, like it shouldn't be monitored. It can be something not monitored, like you all can do a session and educate that community, something small and make it a IES project so that it's auditing, right? So you have to report it in that way. So you have to do something to another community, not getting service from another club. It's we are doing it to something. We have to do the service to another country. So that's how it works. So if any club is will like have reached out to you saying that they will donate money to do a project, see how you can do something for their community as well. I hope it cleared out the.
So I hope.
Clear for me?
Is it clear?
Okay, so there's a one.
Yeah, that was clear.
Okay, there's a one question in chat box.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you shared a goodie box with Sri Lankan ingredients, it means you are sharing the Sri Lankan culture with another country, which means it's an international understanding initiative, right? So if you are sharing a good, like if you're sharing some uh, stuff that is in Sri Lanka with the country, maybe like some donations, it will come under international service. But now in this question, it's like Sri Lankan ingredients along with the traditional recipes, which is you are sharing the Sri Lankan culture with another country, right? So it will be come under international understanding. Hope that answer was clear. And also I got a person, I got a direct question. Okay. So how can you be a part of Lanka Trails? Okay. Yeah. So do you meaningfully to host project or to be a part, like
just to participate and attend the project? Easy.
Yeah. So if you want to
hosting means, yeah, you're basically getting into the heart of the project, planning, organizing, and giving your ideas how we can improve this project and everything. But just participation means once we execute the project, you all can join the project with what, like, you know, when we publish it. So hosting, oh nice. This is track love of Rathnasuriya. So I think I will get back to you. We'll so yeah, Puli, we will contact you all so we can see how we can. We'll have to communicate with your president as well and discuss whether you all are going to host this district project. Yes.
Aki, if you have raised your hand, you have a question.
Yeah, hi. So you mentioned ICY is right. So let's say we were able to only host a club from a foreign club in Sri Lanka, but we weren't able to go to their country. In that case, can it be reported as IS?
Yes. So basically that's, so I'm audible, right? Yeah. Yes. So we understand it's very, it's a bit of a challenge that doing an exchange project. I think all these, if you see previous projects, ICYPs and everything, mainly we have hosted them here. So it's better if you can do the exchange program, but it's okay. It's you can report it as a ICYP. Sashi, if there's any concerns, you can raise it up now as well, Sashi.
Yeah. No, Teji, I mean, you're all good.
Yeah.
So, guys, okay. That's why I think we gave like 4 to 5 options on how we all can complete an IS initiative. Teji, I think your answer cleared it. And I got another question asking, yes, what kind of project? Yes, here. Okay, to Sasitha, I hope Sasitha or Sasitha anyway. Okay, so if an international club reach out to you and if they want to do a project of theirs, okay, in that case, what you can do is you can first like discuss with them on what is their what is their expectations and what are they expecting to initiate here. So international, okay, so first come to discussion with your international club. First come to a discussion with the international club and ask what is the expectations to initiate a project here. And then based on your now, so to be an international service initiative, there has to be a service element, right? So then you all can come to a discussion and organize what is the initiative that you want to go on.
Yeah.
And Deshani, I think Deshani has a question.
Yeah.
Yes. Hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, Deshani.
Okay, so I do have a question. My question is, let's say if you are doing a project to another country, which means a service to a Rotaract club in a foreign country, so can we make it as a collaboration with another organization in Sri Lanka, but not a Rotaract club, another organization?
Can so what you want to know is, even if it's not a Rotaract club, it's another organization, a foreign organization, is it?
No. If it is not a Rotaract club, but another organization which is in Sri Lanka, can we do a collaboration like that? But still, we are offering the service to the international market. In that case,
yes, that as long as it does a community service for another community, a foreign community, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
His hand.
Hi, it's regarding the previous question I asked about the project. If we are given the co-host title, so to them it is a IS project. They're planning to like do some waste collecting in other countries. Like we have to help them do the project, like to do it here. So if we are given the co-host like title in that project, how can we report it? Can we report it as IS, or like what would it be?
So basically that means you are doing the service here only, right?
Yeah.
But is there a way that you all can turn it around and do a service for that community as well?
Within the collaboration or the request they did, there is no such an option. So
Rashi, how can we do that then?
Yes, in that case, Thejani, like as for IS, like it's basically focused. We have to focus on the foreign community. So even like you can do like this, right? So once that foreign that club who joins with you, they are doing something for Sri Lankan community, and you can just ask like, is there any requirements from their end to what we can do, like a kind of a service from our end to the their foreign community, right? You can go ahead like a project like that. So after that, you can report it as an IS. Because anyway, you have to focus something on the foreign community. So that's the main part in IS.
okay, I got it. Thank you so much.
Do we have any more questions? Because I think the next session should start too. I think we are 20 minutes behind for that session. The PD team.
That session is actually started and it's going parallelly with it. So if you have questions, is fine.
Do we have any more questions? So I think the IS.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually regarding the last question. So since the international clubs are doing the community service here, can we report that as the community services of the club? Since they're doing it here, partnering with us, the Rotaract Club of Sri Lanka, so then the IS project can we report it as the community service of the club?
Yeah, so that case, like it's focusing on the local community. So yes, you can report it as a community service. Anyway, so this is like kind of messing up like how it goes when it comes to the foreign community and the stuff. So anyway, we'll when we are sharing the handbook, so we'll give the examples and share it with you, like how it goes and how you can report it as from IS side and the community service side. So based on the IS guidelines and also with the guidelines with regard to the community service. So you will get an like kind of a clear idea on how you can restructure, like structure your projects. Hope it's clear, right?
Yep, thank you.
Any more questions? I think so. In summary, I hope you all understood what is IS and what is IU and how to report. What are the criteria in reporting a project as a IS under IS Avenue, and also you mentioned about the main project district initiatives that are happening. And some clubs haven't received the mail from the president. We have shared it with your president and the secretary. Go back to, after this session, go back to your president and ask for the email, circulate it with your club members of mainly Rotaract, because that's the latest email that we have shared. Going forward, we will inform the IS directors. We are hoping to create a group. Anything we will communicate in that so that you all know what has been shared with your presidents. You all can reach out to your president and get the details from your president. All in all, this concludes the Avenue Greater training for the IS Avenue. Any more questions? If there's no questions, we can wrap this session.
Yeah.
You all can always email. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we wrap up the session, shall we take a screenshot?
Yes.
Please turn on your cameras. I'll also drop in the chat box as well, the virtual background. We'll just wait for 1 more minute, so please switch on your cameras. Okay. Okay, so there's 2 pages, so keep smiling. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Yeah, all good. Okay, so thank you guys for participating in the international service training session, and hoping to see you soon with another seminar, and we will be sharing the recordings with you all soon as well. So good night and have a amazing night, I guess. Yeah. See you guys. Bye bye.
See you. Good night, everyone.